Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles, and welcome to Ask Think episode number 72 for Monday, October 21st, 2013. And I know you guys want to know how many comments were on last week's video, but I have no idea because I'm not even home. But don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer when I get back. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. And guys, I actually have a special guest for this week's Ask Think, my wife. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so guys, the first question we have is from Jordan Kravitz, and it says, "Thanks, wife. Did you know you have fans too? I am one. You rock."
I did not know that, but thank you. That's very sweet of you.
All right, and the next question is, and I had to convince her to answer this one, guys. It's for Think's wife. What is your name?
My first name is Rochelle.
Okay, and the next question is, and you can read it. Go ahead.
Are you a single child? I am not a single child. I have an older brother. His name is Patrick.
Okay, and that's my brother-in-law, for those of you guys who couldn't figure that part out. Aiden Brothers asks, how much makeup do you wear?
I do not actually wear any makeup. I get up very early in the morning, and it takes me about 10 minutes to get out of the house.
That's not completely true, though.
It's mostly true.
I mean, okay, so I've seen her wear makeup one time.
At our wedding.
Yep. I remember. Well, actually 2 times, because you went to the makeup trial. And then when we got married. So those are the only 2 times I've ever seen her wear makeup. Okay, and the next question is, Think's wife, what is your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite breakfast food is probably chocolate chip banana pancakes. It's sweet and it's healthy because it has bananas in it, and I love chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips are healthy?
It has milk in it.
What?
Some milk in it.
I guess. Do you put syrup on it?
Yeah, I put a little syrup.
And butter?
I put some dairy products like butter.
Yeah.
That's calcium.
Yep. Healthy. Exactly. All right. The next question is from Spirit Zero, the Zero Horse. And it's, what was your favorite toy when you were a child? Which is an awesome question.
My favorite toy, and I still have her, is a Wrinkles dog. She traveled the world with me since I was about 2 years old. I got her from my uncle. I used to sleep with her every day. I took her everywhere I went except school. She never went to school with me. But I still have her to this day. And I do not let Kopi play with her. She's the only stuffed animal that Kopi's not allowed to play with.
As Kopi throws her bone around in protest right now. All right. The next question is, this is a question for your wife. Can you speak any other languages other than English?
I speak Chinese. I speak Cantonese. I took French in high school, which did not help me very much because I think I only remember one word in it. But otherwise, I really don't speak any other language. And the next question is from CC Star 711. It asked me if I have always lived in New York, or did I ever live anywhere else before New York. I actually was born and raised in New York. The only couple of years that I spent out of New York was when I went to college in Boston. But otherwise, I came back because New York is definitely my home.
Carl Cool 321 asks, for the wife, how did you wash your hair when it was so long?
When my hair touched the ground, I used to have to wash my hair in the shower. It took me about a half hour. I pretty much washed it from my head down to the tip, and then it took me about 15 minutes to dry it.
And the next question is from Gartnerin1234, and it's, Think Noodles' wife, do you sometimes miss having the long hair you had when you met Think Noodles?
I don't really miss it that much. Sometimes
you don't?
Sometimes I wonder what I would do if I still had that long hair, but it honestly was a bit of a pain.
But I used to love, I miss, remember how I used to, sort of treat it not like a leash, not I would lead you around on it, but I would twirl it.
I guess he used to play with it.
I used to play with it a lot. Yeah. All right. The next question is from Emma Wheeler, and it asks, Dear Think's wife, why did you cut your hair, girl?
I cut it because I really couldn't handle it while I was in medical school, and I ended up donating 4 feet of it to Locks of Love, which is a really good organization that turns it into wigs for kids who are sick and have no hair. So it was for a good cause.
All right, now we have X Princess 1212X, and it's to Thing's wife. How long did it take you to grow out your hair?
I had my hair for about 13 years without cutting it. So I think it was probably more than 13 years because it really just was a 13-year span that I never cut my hair.
But did it ever grow more, like in the 10 to 13 years? It really didn't get much longer, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know that it really got that much longer. It just touched the ground.
yeah. I think once it touches the ground,
It kind of stopped after it hit the ground. Daniel M. asked me a question of when I'm not working, what is my favorite leisure activity? That's a really tough question because I really don't have that much time right now, but my favorite leisurely activity is probably walking Kopi. Sometimes we walk up to Central Park. It's nice. Probably my favorite thing to do.
yeah, I guess, yeah. And we one of the nice things about living in New York is that dogs are allowed everywhere. So we take her shopping, whatever we need to do, most of our errands. I mean, obviously, I get stuck with the dog outside while she gets to go do the fun stuff, but, you know, it works out. Colton Combs asks, Mrs. Noodles, what is your favorite song and or band?
Justin and I spend a lot of our time, or actually thinking I spend a lot of our time, going to Dave Matthews Band concerts over the summer. Otherwise, I don't really listen to that much radio unless I'm just driving.
Jackie Blue says, for the wife, are you someone who is mostly serious at your free times, someone who wants to have a lot of fun, or someone who just wants to rest and let it easy?
That really purely depends on the day. If I've just worked a 27-hour shift at the hospital, I like to rest and let it easy, and I just do nothing. I might read and watch some TV. If I have a whole day off, which is very rare, I like to have a lot of fun. I believe in if you work hard, you get to play hard.
CST Star 711 says, think wife, what kind of shows do you watch on TV?
I like a lot of different shows. My favorite show, I gotta say, is probably Grey's Anatomy. And it's not because of what I do for a living, because I was watching that show prior to what I was doing for a living.
But it's because it's what you wanted to do. Well, you didn't want to be a surgeon, though.
No.
Did you? No. Okay,
and then my other favorite shows, I like Elementary because I like mystery. And I do like some comedies. I love New Girl because I think she's really funny. That's pretty much my favorite shows to watch. I do like American Idol when it's the right season and there's good people on it.
What about Think Noodle's YouTube channel?
I don't watch that much of the YouTube channel.
Alexia JP13 says, hi, Mrs. Think, how are you? And if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
That's a tough question. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. And if I could be anywhere in the world, it would probably be in the Maldives, which is this very, 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 very small island about 4 hours west of India.
I have no iPhone says, for Think's wife, what sport did you like playing when you were small?
When I was small, and I still do so now, I started skiing. Let me rephrase. I used to be a gymnast.
There you go.
Until I was about 12 or 13, and then I picked up skiing and enjoyed skiing more, so then I spent more time, at least once a week. I used to not go to school once a week. I don't recommend that unless your parents give you permission to, which my dad gave me permission to, which is why I was able to do so. I used to ski once a week, and I still do so now. I don't ski once a week now, but I
wait,
still
what?
ski.
Yeah, no, she's really, really good at skiing. She can beat me up and down any mountain, and I've only ever seen her fall one time.
And I tore 2 ligaments.
And she tore 2 ligaments in her knee. That's how hard the fall was. But yeah, I've never seen her go down other than that one time. CB Tweeter 662 says, Mrs. Noodles, if you were not in the medical field, what other profession would you like to have?
I always say this, and I would say if I was not doing medicine, I would like to do something in fashion. And Justin always asks me, what would I do in fashion? I have no clue. But if I could do something that wasn't medical related, I would do something in fashion.
Star Plip Plop asks, Think's wife, how well do you like your job? I want to be a doctor when I grow up.
My job is fun most of the time. It's a lot of work, and occasionally you have bad days. And when I have a bad day, it means some of my patients are having a bad day, which is hard. But I do like my job, and I probably wouldn't do anything else. Medicine is really all I know.
Mika Pink asks, dear Think's wife, was going through medical school fun or stressful?
It was a little bit of both. It was fun because I met some friends that I've known and I will know for the rest of my life. And stressful because I constantly had exams. And I probably had exams at least every 6 weeks or so. And they were very big exams, and they would take all day.
Yeah. She was really stressed out in medical school, guys. Like, I'd never seen her so broken, I think.
Yeah, medical school was tough.
Because the testing was just incessant and very difficult. And although it was multiple choice, it was different than any multiple choice you've ever seen. And it was so involved and technical and just, she was broken. Really, really. The Skeep KK asks, for Think Noodle's wife, what kind of doctor are you? And do you find being a doctor scary?
I am a surgeon, which means I get to cut people open and try to fix whatever problems they have inside. I do find it scary at moments. There's times where I'm not sure of the correct 100% right thing to do, and sometimes there's no easy answer. But I enjoy what I do, and it's fun.
I love Kirby02 says, can you give me some tips on being a doctor? I want to be one when I grow up. She's like thinking, I can tell she's thinking because it's so much work. She's wondering if it's worth it right now.
It's a lot of work, and like I said, I don't know anything else, and if I were to do something else, it would totally be something different, like in fashion. But if tips on being a doctor is you have to work hard, and you have to constantly study. You have to enjoy being a student, because even though I'm a doctor now, I still have to study, and I still have to read, and I still have to take tests. And you have to enjoy being a teacher, because I have students. I have junior people under me that I have to teach all the time. And really, it's just a lot of dedication. But at the same time, you also have to learn how to have fun.
Jerry Potter says, hey, Think's wife, what is your favorite part about being a doctor?
My favorite part about being a doctor is when I actually feel like I saved someone's life, or I did something to improve someone's life, because that is something that I can help someone. And that's a good feeling.
Trey Haynes asks, hey, Think's wife, do you work on the weekends?
I do work on the weekends. I have not had 48 hours off in over 5 months or so, probably. So I do work every weekend.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. She hasn't had 2 days off in quite a long time, and that's just the way it works in medicine, you know.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It'll pay off.
Mr. Sandman 98 asks, was the medical field your dream, or did you ever want to do something else?
Medical field was something that I had a goal of obtaining since when I was a little kid. I always kept it in the back of my mind and said that if I didn't get into medicine, I would do something else. Like, at first in college it was psych, but now that I'm done with college, I say fashion.
Yeah, because you majored in psych, so that's
yeah, and I think I like fashion because my mind, I think I could turn it off a little bit sometimes in fashion. I could do something more creative. You can't be too creative in medicine.
You can't invent your own procedures?
Well, you can invent stuff, but a lot of stuff is already invented.
Kind of risky though, right? Okay. Pop It Lovely Club Penguin asks, can you please ask your wife if she watches your videos?
I am trying to watch videos.
Wait, what do you mean you're trying to watch it? Are they really that hard?
I do.
You don't like them that much?
Watch it if I'm at work and I have nothing else to do and I have 2 minutes to my time, then I'll try to sit down and watch a video. Otherwise, I don't really have that much time.
Vibrance Games asks, dear Mrs. Think Noodles, what was your impression on Justin when you first met him?
He was very nerdy.
What?
And to this day,
no!
Justin is very nerdy.
Don't lie. That's not true.
I was always the cool kid in high school.
What?
Always the cool kid. And then I met Justin, or Think, and he was always the nerdy, quiet kid who got picked on all the time.
Well, okay, but not in college. I wasn't. I was like,
in college,
I was the man
trying to be the rebellious kid.
No, maybe I did get in a little bit of trouble in college, but all in all, I mean, I was pretty cool.
My first impression, he seemed like a pretty nice guy. He was definitely better at physics than I was. And I definitely needed help in physics.
That's true. So, I was kind of like a remote tutor, right?
Yeah, he was very good at physics. I used to call him all the time for physics homework help.
Carly Summer says, if you come to Minecon, will you sign autographs too for your wife?
I could, but I don't think you really want my signature.
Yes, they do, and you should see your signature because I'm sure you guys know the cliche that doctors have really like crazy signatures.
Yeah, you really can't.
Yeah,
see my
and she
signature.
does. She
I
really
write
does.
one big R.
But will you? Will you?
I will if
Yeah,
you really
okay.
want it, but it's really not anything special.
Oh God, Morgan, I can't say your last name.
It looks like Suhaj.
Okay, she says Suhaj. Zuhaj says Mrs. Noodles does think snore.
Yes, he does.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No, that's Kopi.
Maybe one day I could try to record it for you guys.
No, that's Kopi. The Annie is cool one says, Dear Think's wife, if you had to choose, which game would you play with Justin? And I think what they mean is Club Penguin, Pop Tropica, or Minecraft, not like a game mode.
I haven't played. Well, I've been around the Club Penguin
You
site
played
before.
Yeah, you played on a live stream once. Yeah.
But I've never played Pop Tropica, so I can't say that because I don't know how to play it. I tried to play Minecraft one time. It was kind of hard.
Yeah, there was this skeleton chasing us down. It was not cool.
I didn't survive very long, and then I jumped into something, and then I all of a sudden died.
She jumped into a ravine, guys. Yeah.
So,
Running away from the skeleton.
but I guess I would try to play Minecraft with Justin one day.
Yep, because you have an account.
I do.
Yep.
I
Do you know what it is?
No.
Her account. I think you guys know it. I told you guys it before. It's Think's wife.
I could have guessed that.
Yeah, probably. Okay, Moni RP asks, what is a word or phrase you and your wife usually tell each other?
We
And
don't really tell each other a phrase anymore.
yeah, and I was telling, because I was like, this is a good question. She's like, well, what do we, like, what's a thing that we say to each other all the time? And there really isn't anything like that. But I came up with one, right? It's
I guess
true.
we used to call each other dude a lot because Justin originally was from California.
Yeah.
When we first met. So he used to say the word dude all the time, like he was from Southern California or something.
Yeah, but I would call her dude also, which
then
is
I
kind of
picked
weird.
it up.
And
I
then she
called
picked it up
him
and started
dude.
calling me dude, and we would never call each other by name. She's like, "Oh, dude," you know, and I
And
don't
then
know.
if any of you guys are from New York, you know that people from New York don't call people dude.
Yeah. Real Alexis 0900 says to Think and his wife, where was your first date?
Our first date wasn't a place out because it was, I forget,
Oh.
it was like a Friday, Saturday. It was a weekend, I think, and it was just so busy. And we were in San Jose, California, and we couldn't get to a restaurant without having to wait. And we were both really hungry, so we went to the Olive Garden, and I ordered capellini
Pomodoro.
spaghetti. Pomodoro. It was
Yep.
capellini pomodoro, and we ate at home.
Yep. And they gave us, and we had salad too. And I was like really nervous and stuff, and you were too. And so anyway, yeah, we were both nervous, and we were hungry, but then neither of us really ate anything.
No,
Right?
I forgot what we had for dessert, but I do remember it was.
We had dessert?
capellini. I think so. I always order dessert.
I don't know. I don't think, well, anyway, we didn't eat much because we were both nervous, so. Annie Marshmallow asks Mr. and Mrs. Think Noodles, in Things Draw My Life, he said you both went to Universal Studios together. What was your favorite ride? I know what mine was.
I honestly don't remember what rides we rode. I gotta be honest. And he's gonna tell me to have said Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
because that's what
remember
when I
Indiana
went,
Jones.
because she was like, I don't know, what rides did we even ride? I was like, I don't know, but I remember Indiana Jones was awesome. And
So I guess that was his favorite ride.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what.
and that's your
rides-
favorite ride then?
I guess so.
Yeah, because, yeah, right? Yeah, okay. Sour Bickle Jar says, Mrs. Noodles, do you put creamer in your coffee? My favorite is York Thin Mint Cookie.
I put half and half in my coffee,
Okay.
but I don't really put a creamer in my coffee.
But what do you do to the coffee I make?
I don't put anything into the coffee.
That's right, because I don't let her. But also, it doesn't need creamer, does it?
No, because it already has cream in it.
No, it has milk.
Same difference.
No, it's not, and it tastes really good, right?
He thinks.
What? Don't insult my coffee. Seriously. You're not getting any tomorrow morning.
Oh,
No, you can't jump the question. I have to ask it first. Wait. Wait. Royal Penguins asks, who is smarter?
I have to say I am.
No. No, I'm smarter. I'm just less disciplined. Disciplined. I can't even speak.
No, that's not true.
What?
That's purely not true.
How
If
did
you were in any tough situation, you want me in the room because I'm smarter and I think clearer and I can handle stressful situations a lot better. He might be better at computer stuff, but in an IQ test, I would win hands down.
All right, guys, that's it for this week's Ask Think. Thanks to my wife for coming. And
Thank you guys. It was nice meeting you. And I'll see you guys at Minecon.
yeah, exactly right. We're going to be in Minecon next week. Don't forget to like this video.
Except I don't have a cool shirt.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have a cool shirt, but she can hang out next to me and draft from my cool shirt. But I want to see as many likes as we've ever seen on an Ask Think video, guys. So give it up. Don't forget to ask your question. Oh, don't forget to ask your question in the comments below. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on.